this is how you 3x your return on investment overnight. And when I say overnight, I know it may sound too good to be true, but truly if you leverage those 2 little strategies and you sprinkle them along your processes that I'm going to show you in this video, you can truly 3x not only the lead flow you're going to get, not only the show up you're going to have, also the sales that you are closing. As this is something that you can leverage and install in all your processes along all your sales systems and whole client acquisition system so that you can get an incredible return on investment for your gym. My name is Gabriel, by the way. I'm going to hop on my little screen right here to show you the whole strategy laid out for you so it's simpler to understand. I help gym owners, we help gym owners to scale to 7 figures and above by systematizing client acquisition. And this is how we do it. This is at least one of the little pieces we do with our partners. So one of the things I want to explain to you guys before going into the whole process and how these things apply in the system, you got to understand what we are working with today. We're going to be working with 2 extremely important forces that you got to absolutely understand and see how you can leverage those, because I see a lot of gym owners being scared to use those forces, those powerful forces of psychology right here. And I just want to make sure that you get to see the importance of leveraging this, because if you don't, you're not going to be able to use them at the fullest of their potential. This is what we're going to be working with today. We're going to be working with 2 incredible forces. They are called urgency, and they are called also, the second one is scarcity. Now you may have heard of those, but I just want to make sure that you understand why they are so powerful. The thing is, you got to understand that people that are coming to your gym, they have been facing a certain problem for a long time. That's why the pain built up and they took action on your ad. They have a pain point that they want to solve and that they've been struggling with solving for a certain length of time. At the time they are coming to your gym, to your facility, they are struggling mentally with this. They are mentally blocked into taking action. So you gotta understand that you have the duty to use all the forces available and all the tools that you have available to get them to change their lives. Because the thing is, it's not, if you're listening to them, they won't do the thing right now. That's one of the things that I see, and I'm going to show you how to solve that specifically in the sales process. But the thing is, most of them seem to be fine from what they're telling you, that they just want to stay where they are. And I heard a lot of gym owners that are like, oh, like, I don't know why people are coming to the gym, but they just want it bad enough. They do, because if they didn't, they wouldn't be in front of you. The thing is, if they're struggling right now, it's because they're fucking their head. You need to change their minds. But to do that, what has to happen is that they have to give you money so that they listen to you, so that you can make them do the things that's going to change their mind up, so that they become the type of person able to achieve their goal. All right? But the thing that you gotta understand, that if they were ready to take action and to do all the things required, well, they would already be in the gym and they wouldn't need your help. That's really the thing that you guys have to understand here. And I see a lot of gym owners that are reluctant to use those 2 forces because, oh, I don't want to worsen my reputation. I don't want to seem scammy in all this when I use those forces. The thing is, at some point, I'm going to give you 2 angles, but I want to be straight and honest with you. Right here, we're talking about changing people's lives. Either you want it bad enough, as like people coming into the gym, either you want it bad enough and you want to use all the means possible, in a good way, of course, to get them through the doors and actually get them to change their lives, or you're just satisfied with the way you are. But if you're watching this video, I'm extremely sure that you are looking for ways to change as many people's lives as possible and also to change yours and make money. If you are here and you have been reluctant to use urgency and scarcity, don't worry, I'm going to show you ethical ways to use those, because you can definitely use them in a bad way, which is definitely going to decrease your reputation and make sure that everybody is like, oh shit, this guy that's using some scammy shit. But that's not what we're going to be doing here. What I want to make sure is that you use some strategies to close more members and change more lives. And to do that, we have your reputation long. So I want to make sure that you use those, but I want to make sure that also you don't have mental blocks as your members coming to you are having, and that you use the necessary forces, the necessary tools to get the job done. All right? So now that you know what we're going to be working with, I'm going to show you in all the steps in your processes how you can leverage those so that you can 3x your return on investment overnight. Let's get ahead and get started. So we're going to be starting with ads. So ads, the goal here, it can be ads, but all your campaigns, your marketing campaigns that you're running, so that you can get them to sign up. You can get them to give their contact information to you. I'm going to show you each times how you can use only urgency but also scarcity in each of those little steps so that you can leverage them to get more members and more results out of each and every one of those. Now I'm using a few of the ones that we are using, definitely one of the most efficient ones. We have a lot of them in the bank, but the thing is, I don't want to make it too complicated for you. I just want to make sure you start implementing those, and then we can start about like implementing some harder things, if that makes sense. But just getting started and implementing those, you're going to see an incredible amount of return on investment. So here we have in the ads what can we do? What we can be doing is using an offer that has a time of the year, and meaning that, okay, it's around a specific period of the year. Right now I'm recording this video, this is the 10th of December, meaning that I can be running a holiday challenge, something like this. So if we think about it, unconsciously people understand that, oh, this is only going to be for the holidays. So there is some urgency involved here because they know that there is a time end, like there is an end to this promotion. So it gives them another reason to take action. The thing is, when they're looking at your ad, you're going to make sure that they feel stupid enough for taking action. Man, like this is I'm going to get all those three things and make sure I achieve my goals. This is a no-brainer. I should be signing up. That's how you got to be seeing that. Then what you can also be using is only X spots available. So here, this is a scarcity play. Now, I see a lot of people that are being, what do you call it, reluctant to using something specifically like this. Now, why? I don't really understand, because when you think about it, you have some kind of a limited capacity. Even if your gym can sign up an infinite amount of people, which it can, but let's say for example's sake, it is possible. What you can be doing then is you can say, okay, how many salespeople do I have at the moment? All right, how many sales appointments can I handle per day, per week? There is a number, because they can't be handling 10 people at a time, and they can't be handling all the sales at a time. If I gave you 1 million people right now working in your gyms right now, you won't be able to handle it. So here you can be using that. Just work out what numbers it will be. You can base it off, okay, how many sales appointments I can take, how many classes spots I can take additionally based on that. See how you can take it, but putting a number down on your ad copy is extremely valuable when we're talking about increasing return on investment. So those are two ways that you can use that in your ads. Now I'm going to show you how you can get the next problem solved, which is, okay, we're getting a lot of people signed up in our ad, which is great. But the next problem that comes up is, how can we get them to show up? This is one of the biggest problems with the fitness industry, is that, as I mentioned, people, well, they have challenges going in their head and they are not in the right mindset yet. And we're going to put them into the right mindset when they are into the facility. But the thing is, we got to get them to show up first. And getting them to show up is definitely, well, because of the mindset problem, one of the hardest parts, if you don't know how to fix it. Now, this is how we can use that to fixing it. By the way, we have other strategies. If you watch my other videos that we use to get anywhere between 60 to 80% of the people that are signing up to show up. But the thing is, besides this, you can use those two strategies to get them to book an appointment and to show up later. So one of the things that you can be using is, coupon expires in X days, book it to keep it your class. For example, if you're using a Facebook lead form, after this, well, or for example, a landing page that works even well, on the next step, don't give them the impression that they are finished with the process. Say something like, wait, there is one last step. Like if you say thank you, in their heads, they're gonna be like, oh, I'm done, I can quit this page. But if you put something like, hey, wait, last step to validate your coupon or something like this is gonna get them another incentive to actually book an appointment on the spot and keep their spots, and also to show up, because they see, oh, really, I gotta do something else to make sure that this gift that they just gave me. So this is what you're gonna be using, giving a coupon that expires in a certain amount of days to keep your class. And also, as I mentioned, in the thank you page, you can say, hey, wait, there is one last step to be done, book your appointments, so you can make sure that it doesn't expire, because it expires in X days. Then that's one thing that you can be doing when you are contacting them, that when we are reaching out to them, texting them, calling them as well, you can be using that. That's something you would be saying to them, hey, I only have X spots available and I want to make sure that I hold yours because I saw you just signed up 10 minutes ago and spots are going out fast. Just tell me, when do you want to come? They're going to ask you, okay, when are the class times available? You say X, X, and Y, and you say, okay, when does it work for you better? This time. Okay, cool. Right, I'm booking you up for this time since I have a contact information. Is this your cell phone, by the way? Great, incredible. So yeah, I just booked up. I sent you the address via text. You just had to bring yourself in some gym's clothes and a bottle of water. That's it. I see you on then. And that's a great way that you can use to get them to sign up and actually book an appointment. I'm going to show you the next problem that we have solved using those two forces, because you can really sprinkle them, as you can see, on all the steps in this process, but the next one is extremely important. Now that we're getting them to show up to the gym, we are this close to changing their lives, but we got to understand one last thing. They were fine, as I mentioned, not taking action for months, years perhaps. So if you don't give them a reason for it to hurt, to not take an action right now, you are going to miss a lot of sales, my friend. So we want to make sure that we use those forces, especially at the end, because if not, we're going to be losing a ton of sales. So this is using those forces during the sales process. Get them to buy now. That's extremely important. Not at the end of their trial or anything that you're running. Now, first day they come to the gym, first workout, you buy, because that's when we are sure we're going to be able to change your life. One of the ways we can be leveraging is OTO, aka one-time offers. So offer expires if they step out of the doors. The way you can turn that in your own way, in your own sauce, depending on the kind kind of offer you are running. If you are running, for example, let's say a 10-day free trial, you get them on a trial, you get them into the first workout. I have a sales process that's specifically designed for that in another video. You can check it out. But you say, hey, but can I ask you a few questions after you're done with the workout? You get them, and you get them into a sales environment, and you ask them a few questions, see what their goals are, how you can solve them, where they want to go, and you put your pitch and your product as the bridge to get them there. Simple. If you want to go more details, again, in a successful sales process that we use to close over 80% of the sales with our partners, you can check that out into other videos. I'm not going to go into details about that, but then when you drop the offer, the essence around the offer is that it has to be for first-time comers only, and making sure that if they don't get it now and they want to come back to you later to get it, they cannot get it. So it incentivizes them to take action today, right now, so that they can benefit from the offer. Extremely important, because if they don't do it now, the chances for them to come back later and do it later is extremely low. So we don't want to have this happen. So here we're using an urgency play. Now, one thing that you can sprinkle in there, so that's, I would say, definitely the most efficient analysis, but, and also you can also not only have the fact that the offer expires, but the thing is making it tangible for them on what they're losing is extremely important. So I'm going to add a bit on that, if you don't mind having a bonus. So not only, well, the offer has to be something that they're going to be losing if they step out of the doors, but if they lose out something tangible, for example, if they lose a discount, which is one of the strategies we leverage, well, it's going to give them an incentive to take action right now. Meaning that, let's say right now, if they are taking action today, they are saving $300, for example. Well, if they step out of the door and they don't get this $300, it's something tangible they're not going to get. So it had some urgency to be going and taking action right now, if that makes sense. So that's one of the ways you can leverage. Then I'm going to give you the second one, which is a killer as well. And you can sprinkle that into your script, into the whole process, not really into the pitch, but you can also sprinkle that in during the whole sales process, during your whole presentation, if that makes sense. Yeah, we had a crazy success with the promotion and the spots are filling up fast. Or you can say at the end of the pitch, and I have 20 spots available. Since we have 30 right now, we only have, let's say, for example, you had 20 spots available. Well, we had 20 spots available. At the time we're speaking right now, we only have 7. So I want to make sure, because you're an incredible fit, that gets you in. That's unfair. And then you close them on taking action right now. So those are the ways you can be using. Definitely not the only ways you can be using scarcity and urgencies. Those are some great ways you can be using. If you're not using them right now, do that. Please, for the love of God, use that. You're changing people's lives, for God's sake. So make sure that you're using that so you can impact more lives and also grow your business. And by the way, talking about growing your business, if you're struggling to get consistent amount of growth, member growth every single month, there is a link in the description. I don't mind, honestly, if you click it or not. Really, it's just, I appreciate the time that you spent watching this video. And if you're struggling with that, you can click. If not, you can go and watch another video. I truly appreciate that. Don't hesitate giving us a like, because I really appreciate that. Not only you're gonna make me happy, but also it's also gonna make you happy, because YouTube is gonna give you better recommendations on how you can solve your gym's problem. So it's beneficial for the both of us. So do it. Anyway, if you give us a sub, no problem as well. I won't mind. See you in the next one. It was Gabriel. I see you in the next one, and thank you for your time for watching.